Welcome to this week's Clutch and Grab with Sidney Ovechkin. This week we have McPherson, who has just finished his very first preseason game in the Simulation Hockey League. Mac, how do you feel after your first game loss against the Edmonton Comets? Well, Sidney, I feel probably about the same way I felt this morning. Okay, and that was really fucking shitty. Oh, is there any reason why? Well, as most of the SHL knows by now, me and Michael Abdallah were arrested last night, and, it's a little hard to get a good night's sleep in a drunk tank, especially with, DZ trying to fucking spoon you all night, but, whatever. Anyways, we got to practice about 10 minutes late this morning, and Burke put us through a little bit of hell for that. It was a rough go just in practice, let alone a game. Well, Mac, you stopped 9 of 13, which is by far your worst output in a game yet, including juniors. Yeah, I can't really say I did too well the first game, with the hangover and all. Yeah, that's not going to happen again. Next game should be a bit better. Well, Mac, Abdallah didn't do much better. With 7 goals for the Nightmares, he factored into all of -2 stat-wise. Yeah, he was admittedly quite a bit drunker than I was, so I'm surprised he even managed to get on the ice. Oh, God, you guys really got to stop with all the bullshit. Well, you see, I'm not going to get into it. I'm going to leave that for the police officer to give his official statement, and he'll explain everything that happened, but, obviously this isn't going to be happening again. Abdallah's going to be lighting up the lamp, and I'm going to be stopping pucks left, right, and center. Just, obviously it wasn't tonight, and, well, yeah. So, Rush, are there any plans for your next game? Oh, as I just said, I'm probably not going to be drinking the night before, or at least not as much. It's just, it's not a good idea to go out and black out before your first SHL game, but that wasn't the plan when we hit it out, and it likely won't be the plan before next game either. Just, things happen, and, one beer turns into 20, and one Jaeger bomb turns into a goddamn nightmare. What can you do about it? Oh, as you spoke before, Burke apparently had some disciplinary action. What all did he hand down? Well, 20 laps around the rink just to start sweating the booze out of us, I suppose. Abdeezy, I think he threw up in the penalty box as he was skating by it, but that could have been me. I know both of us did at some point. Oh, God, it sounded like you guys had a rough morning. Well, yeah. There's a bit of a problem with trying to sleep in the holding cell. Like I said, with Abdeezy, trying to spoon me. I don't know what he thought I was or wasn't, but that's another story. But apparently, Greg Dufour stopped by the fucking police station during a lockup. Came in during visiting hours and proceeded to laugh at me and Abdeezy while we're behind the bars and could do shit all about it. That brings me to my next point. Now, this goes for any and all SHL players. There will be a $10,000 reward for anybody throughout the season who proceeds to beat Greg Dufour's face to a bloody pulp. I'll be checking in on this regularly to see who has done so, and you will be welcome with a nice check and a handshake for doing something so very well to the public service. Oh, Marshall. Let's see. The juniors. Have you been keeping an eye on them since you moved up to the big leagues? Well, of course I have. That's where it started for me, and I'm keeping an eye on the birds and seeing how they're doing. I've just been checking here on my BlackBerry, getting updates, and well, they haven't been doing too good tonight against the Knights. They're down 5-0 since I last checked, and it's not looking good. But yeah, I'm hoping that they'll pull things together and get a couple wins. And like I said, Lindsay and Ottover, and they're a good pair of GMs. They should be able to pull it together. He managed to do it. At the end of the season last year for me and the rest of the birds. Jack Crasher, he was a good GM, but they had a few problems, and he left for personal reasons, and Lindsay managed to pick up the pieces and pull a championship team out of it. And I don't doubt he would be able to do it again this year if it comes to the playoffs and mixing the lines up, and I think they have the goaltending to do it. Well, that's my next question, Marshall. You welcomed Anderson into the fold in the Birds organization when he was drafted, but he was traded before the season started, and Kev Kempton has been put in net for the Birds. And what's your thoughts on this? Well, as I said before, Kempton, he's a really solid goaltender. He's really well balanced, not like I was. I'm more of a reflexive stopper. I flop around the net a bit, but he's more technical and sound, and he should be more reliable than I was in that aspect. As for Anderson, I wish him the best. I just wish he had to stay with the Birds and was able to hoist that trophy at the end of the year. So your pick for the 4-Star Cup is the Birds again? Hey, of course it is. Like I said, we had a great organization last year, and I think it's going to continue. I think we're going to take back-to-back trophies, and I'm seeing a Birds Blazers or Birds Knights final happening, and it's going to go down to the wire, and from there, it's going to be a hellacious series like it was last season for us and against the Blazers. Well, Marshall, how do you feel about the Nightmares so far? Having played a game with them. Well, I was hungover through most of it, and all the yelling and the loud noises, and it didn't work out so well. But there's one thing I do want to say is I'd like to thank Brandon Sawyer for being prepared to serve as a backup for the game. I'm not really sure you could call him a backup, seeing as he played more than the apparent starter, being me. I'm just glad that this year I have a competent backup, somebody who, if I manage to screw up like I did tonight, that will be able to step in and hopefully save the game, or just pull a win out of his ass. And it's nice having that instead of a goaltender who's basically a journeyman who can't stop shit. That was the biggest worry when I was in the Firebirds, is that if Ray Lindsay pulled me, we were basically screwed, because my backup, he was basically a roster filler, and that was about it. He wasn't very good at what he was doing, and he usually let a couple more in, and then I go back in net and clean up the mess. And with Sawyer, I don't really have to worry about that. He's a good goaltender. He's improving, and he's working hard. He comes to me for advice. He talks to the rest of the management for advice on what he should do and how he should go about improving his play himself, and he's in the weight room every day and on the treadmill, improving his endurance and his stamina and his strength. He's getting much faster in the reflex aspect. He's come to me about that and asked how to improve your reaction time and we worked through some drills. I'm not going to give them away here in case other key teams are watching, because I don't want them to gain a bit of an advantage over me, knowing how to get past me. Although I wouldn't really say it is much of a problem, seeing what happened tonight. But I'm looking forward to the next game and Nightmares win. So, anyways, I have to head out. So I'll talk to you later, Sydney. All right, Mac. Thanks for the interview.